Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and no matter what part of the world you're in, I hope that you are having a good day. So, yesterday, um, I went to a store, and I'm not going to name the name of the store because it wasn't about the store itself, it's about retail and how people are trained. So, if you've ever worked retail, um, one of the things that they tell you during training is how to look out for people who may potentially be stealing. Um, they may look a certain way or behave a certain way, and could potentially be considered a thief, right? Now, I wasn't exhibiting certain traits of someone who might steal necessarily, other than um, I used to have a wallet case for my phone. And so I would always put my cards and everything in there. So I don't necessarily need to carry a purse. Um, I feel like, over the years, I've come to realize that when you carry a purse, you just usually keep a lot of junk in it, right? And really, the things that I need, um, like if I'm just going to the store and coming back I just need my card. I just need cash, right? So a lot of times I wear dresses with pockets. Um, and then I'll put a jacket over it. So yesterday I had on my Air Max, right? And then I had on this maxi dress, right? And as you can see, it has pockets, right? So it's like a floor length maxi dress. And then I had this jacket on over it. But these, distressed look um, jeans and jackets and stuff are in style, right? They come and go. And then I had my hair down like this. Not quite like this, but it was fresh, so it was just kind of laying, you know. But because I've had it in a ponytail, it's not gonna do what it was doing yesterday. Anyway, um, so I'm in the store and I'm in the dairy section looking for some vegan kefir. If you know what that is, basically it's like a vegan yogurt with probiotics in it, and it's not a yogurt consistency. It's more like a thick juice, if that's how I could describe it. It's more watery than the yogurt, but not as watery as juice, if that makes sense for those who don't know what it is. Anyway, probiotics um, basically help you use the restroom. So again, I'm looking for kefir, and I also buy the Cocoa June. Not that I'm promoting. This is not a sponsored video. Anyway, so I was getting the things that I would normally get from this particular store, and um, this store is on Ponce de Leon in Atlanta. And so if you know me, you can pretty much guess what store I was at. So this guy, tell he was a manager or a supervisor, he said, "Did you need help with anything?" And that's what you normally do. If you think that someone could potentially be stealing, you go up to them and ask them if they need help, because that usually deters them from stealing, right? Um, especially if they are trying to steal, it would normally catch them off guard, and sometimes they may leave, sometimes they may still linger around. So I'm purchasing my items, and I normally don't get a shopping cart. Like in my mind, I knew that I was going in there really to get two things. I ended up with more than two things, but still, not a whole lot more than the two things that I came in there to get. And so I didn't get a shopping cart. So I had whatever I was carrying in my arms. I do that all the time, right? Just about any grocery store I go into. And I have this little wallet case that fits 4 cards in it. Had that in my pocket, had my phone in my other pocket. I had my earbuds in because I was actually on the phone, and I had my keys in the same pocket as my car keys in the same pocket as my phone. So I picked up my items that I wanted to purchase, and then on my way out, I got what I really came in there for. So I see the guy again, like walking by. Now, this particular store always has a police officer in there, right? Always. Usually, when you come in, there's somebody standing outside, and then sometimes when you get inside, they're inside, sometimes they're not. So I almost always go to self checkout. So police officer was near the self checkout talking to someone else. Now, he could have been there because, again, thinking that I'm stealing, right? The reason I'm saying this story is because men often say they want a woman who is natural, right? But when they see a woman who is natural, they then judge her because she's not wearing the costume, the wig or the weave, the nails, the makeup, right? And the whole costume, the outfit, the pick me costume. And the reason I'm calling it a costume, my cousin calls it a costume. I don't know if this came from some celebrity, but I even heard somebody else recently call it a costume. It's a costume. It's let me make myself to be something that I'm really not, to so that men will pick me, right? That's what, or if she's not into that, then, so that someone that she desires will pick her, right? And then once they get with the person, then they want to show their real hair, or not get their nails done, or whatever the case may be. And some people keep up the facade. Some women don't go to bed with makeup on, and they wake up before their spouse and they run in the bathroom and put more makeup back on. I choose not to do that, right? And again, a lot of men say that they want a woman who is natural, but that's not who they gravitate towards. That's not who they approach. That's not who they want to talk to the most. They would rather talk to a woman who has on makeup, who has, hair that does not belong to her, and nails as well, right? And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with those things, because I wear wigs, right? If I feel like it, I'll get a weave, right? I don't have my nails done right now because of the type of work that I'm doing, but I normally do have my nails done, right? And if I feel like it, every once in a while, I'll, put a little powder or foundation on my face. Powder, foundation, concealer, whatever, right? I'll do a little bit of something to my face. But I was just running to the store on yesterday, right? And again, it's funny how men say that they want someone who's natural, but when they see someone who's natural, they think that she's trying to steal, or that she's homeless, or they just find her to be unattractive. And it's unfortunate that a woman's natural beauty cannot shine through. Now, if the hair is natural and it's out and it's in a fro, and but typically just to have it in twists like I have mine, and my hair is not, some women have a high density of hair. I don't have a high density of hair. My hair is very fine, and it's probably a medium density. So because it's fine, it doesn't look thick and full. Like, it looks sparse. Whereas if someone else had these twists, their twists would be real juicy and like plump. Mine are not like that because that's not what my hair does. it like it looks thick at the roots because I can't really explain it to you. But my hair is not, it looks poofy. That's what it is. It looks poofy at the roots, but it's not thick, right? Again, because you can tell from this twist, it's not. There are some people when they twist their hair, it's about that big in diameter, that around in diameter. Again, my hair doesn't do that, right? Because it's very fine. And I've said this before, if you compare a strand of silk to a strand of cotton, you can see the difference uh, in the texture or the fabric. But anyhow, I just wanted to come on and say that because I was watching a video of a young lady yesterday and she was like, oh, I want to go out on a date. And I think she's here in Atlanta as well. And she said when the guy met her, she had a long straight wig on, right? And she was like, I'm just going to go on the date, this first date with this guy with my natural hair. And she had no idea what she was going to do with her hair. She had twists similar to mine. Her hair was longer, but she did have twists similar to mine. And so she took, because she had a wig on, because this is how my hair normally looks underneath my wig, right? I just twist it up, oil it, leave and condition it. And I've grown my hair to my waist, right? And I put color in it. I've cut it. I've cut it several times since then because that was 2017. And I've cut it several times since then. So, and it has grown back and I've cut it. And it's probably grown to at least bra strap length, right? And then I've cut it. And so now it's probably somewhere around, it was armpit length. I just cut it on February 2nd. So it was to here. So now it's probably around here somewhere. I don't know. It's twisted. It doesn't reach all the way down to where, but I know it's past my shoulders, right? So her hair was probably, I don't know, it was longer. And so it looked a little dry, so she had to moisturize it. And she ended up having two little strands of hair on the side, and she put it up in a bun. And she was like, could it be more sleek than this? Yes. But again, her concern was, guys always say that they want a woman who's natural. And so I'm just going to show it with my natural hair, and I hope that he accepts it. But if he doesn't, then I just already know what it is. So again, men often say that they want a woman who is natural, but a lot don't. There are the brothers who like natural women, they approach them, but it's usually the men who have locks, right? Or you can tell that they're into that. Like, they're wearing body oil. They might even have an Afrocentric outfit on. They're growing a beard. You can kind of tell the men who are truly into natural women. Whereas, however her hair naturally grows out of her head, they love it. And they would love on her. And, and there are couples like that. You can tell, whereas most people would judge that, again, there are men out there who love it and love the women that they're with and love the children. And, they may all have locks or a low haircut, whatever that looks like, because it's different for everybody. There are couples who, some people, they comb their hair, they shampoo their hair, they moisturize their hair, but then the hair does what it wants to do because natural hair wants to curl back onto itself, right? That's usually why I keep mine twisted, so that it doesn't do that, because it gets really tangled. And so in order to manage it better, I usually keep mine in twist, right? So I would say a large majority of men, they don't like natural women. Not a natural woman who's accepting her the way her hair grows out of her head. That's what I'm saying. When some men think of natural, they still want the hair to be relaxed or straightened. They want it to be her real hair, not her natural hair. There's a difference. But they still want this European fit into society type of look so that they can present her as a trophy, and impress their friends with this look, this costume that even, other nationalities wear. Even Hispanic women who have naturally curly hair. Most people straighten their hair to look more European. So, and this is not, again, this is not attacking anybody, because I know somebody going to say something crazy, because I wear wigs, right? If I feel like wearing a straight wig, I will wear a straight wig. If I feel like having my hair pressed, I will do that too, right? So it's not about that. This is not to offend anybody or hurt anybody's feelings or make anybody feel bad for wearing or doing whatever it is that they do. But most people do things to fit in society. They do what everybody else is doing, or at least what the majority do, what the majority is doing, or what they see the celebrities doing, right? And this is what most men like, because this is what is socially accepted and this is what they see the most of. So that if she's not wearing the costume, then in their mind she's not good enough. Because again, I was basically followed around a store because I didn't have the costume on. And that is my point for making this video. And as far as I'm concerned, I still looked cute. Right? Maybe if I didn't have sneakers on, maybe if I had a purse, I don't know. But if somebody's carrying a purse, wouldn't they be more likely to steal? Because then they would have something to put the items in. So someone without a purse, where in the world are they going to put the items that they're stealing? I didn't have a pregnant belly, right? I didn't have one of those things on where you see the women stuffing it inside the fake belly. I didn't have anything strapped to my legs so that I can tuck it underneath my dress. And I said that to my friend. I said, I think this man thinks that I'm stealing. And then if I get upset because I feel like I'm being followed, then I'm wrong for getting upset, right? It's just funny how society works and the way that people's minds think and how judgmental people are. So I just wanted to share that with you. As always, I love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Mwah.